Mountain
Hi
Man.
guys!
Hi everyone.
Hello.
It's been forever since I've been on one of these, but it's good to, finally be here, see everyone. It's Sophia. Good to see you already.
Hi, Sophia.
And then what is everyone reading?
Hello, Nancy. I am reading Hummus and Homicide, the cozy mystery Hummus and Homicide by Tina Cashian. And then I'm reading a romance novel, which I haven't started yet, but I mean, like, it's the 8th one in the series, so I know, it's not like it's new to me. And I can't remember the title. Rocky Mountain something, because all of them start that way. So, what about you?
I'm currently reading Extras by Scott Westerfeld. It's the 4th and final book in the Ugly series. So
okay, cool.
Been having fun with that.
Excellent.
Nice. And then I'm reading All the Bright Places, but you can't really see it with this cover, But so far, so good. It's a little nuts. And I actually had a related dream because I read it a little bit of it last night, and I was disturbed and I didn't like it. So I'm going to see how this book goes. A little nervous, but we'll see.
Is the book itself disturbing, or is it just like your dream was such a like departure from the actual book that it was?
I mean, it was pretty related. Disturbing in the sense of like suicidal thoughts kind of thing. And so the first scene is like they're on a ledge, and so I had a dream where it was like I was on a ledge, and I didn't like that at all. So that was pretty scary. So I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, that sounds a lot.
Yeah. Hi, Cozy. Good to see you.
Hi, Ro. Yeah, I wouldn't like that either.
Didn't like that.
I would probably quit reading it though, because I'm a scaredy cat. So.
Well, like for me, I got this book like a couple years ago, and then the movie came out. All the Bright Places is on Netflix, so I watched that one. And something happens in it that I didn't really see coming because the movie didn't hint at it at all. But then in the book, it's just like they're just talking about all the time, and I'm like, this is pretty dark. Like this is kind of intense. Like, I'm not sure. So, Tiffany, you can go ahead and share what you're reading again.
Oh, I am reading Hummus and Homicide, and then I haven't started it yet, but I'm reading one of the romances that's on my SAS list, Rocky Mountain something. It's like the 8th one in the series. I just don't, or they all start Rocky Mountain something, so I just don't remember which one it is. Yeah.
And then everyone in the comments, what are you guys reading?
That Blushing Book Girl. I love that name. That is so cute. Hello, how are you? It's good to see you. It's hilarious.
And then real quick, Robin, I see Sophia's curious where you are.
I don't want to be physically perceived today, so you just get to see my icon and hear my lovely voice. Everything's all right. I'm just like, I'm wearing like the same shirt I wear to every single sprint, and I'm like, this is getting embarrassing. Like, I just don't want people to see me.
Oh, for sure. I get it. Yeah. No, there was legit a time I filmed 2 videos back to back, and at first I'm like, should I wear the same thing? And you know what? I was just like, whatever. Like, they're coming out on the same day. Let's have it be the same shirt. Like, whatever.
I've done that before too, and I would like start my video with like, I filmed these on the same day. I don't think I ever actually edited them. There was like a ton of videos I filmed that I never posted because it was like kind of during my hiatus last year, so yeah.
No, for sure.
I do all of my filming in batch filming, so I always, like, each week, the 3 videos I put out have the same clothes on. I film them on the same day, but I'm not really worried about it. I'm here, yeah. So I'm just like, I mean, I film them on the same day, but yeah, do you guys have exciting things going on your channel?
Actually, I am actually finally doing my Shadow and Bone reaction video. I'm working on it. It's gonna take a while because I filmed both the first episode reaction and then the last episode reaction, and they were both an hour each. I mean, to be fair, it's like, I mean, it was almost an hour for the episodes, so like most of it's like empty space, but it's gonna be hard because I already started it, and so I'm filming. I'm working through what I filmed, and now I have to record part of Netflix and like sync up the audio. And so far, it's so frustrating, but it's gonna be nice when I finally finish it.
Gotcha.
It'll be worth it once you get it together, but I feel for you. Like, I keep wanting to do videos of like comparing books to movies, but I'm like, I can't pull film clips. That would drive me insane. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, I give you lots of credit.
Hi, Storm.
Hey.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. I made it. I was like, whoo. I was eating my dessert.
What you reading today?
I'm gonna work on the Holo Places by T. Kingfisher.
Sounds scary.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a horror book. I'm buddy reading it with Jessica from Lady Lovestead Reads. So.
Oh yeah,
nice, for sure. So I see Sophia's reading Cockatiels, but at 7.
Yes.
Have you guys read that?
Yes.
So I guess you have.
Yes. I think I've read through Sophia. What number is that? I need to look on Goodreads, but I think I binged every one that was out when I first started reading Cozy Mysteries. But now there's several since then. I think I read the first like 14 or 15 though.
It's on like 8 or 9. She's just really plowing through that.
Yeah,
one.
she's been plowing through them. And I saw Cozy said she's reading the Southern Chocolate Mystery series.
Nice.
Excellent.
She's wanting to get that.
You guys are seeing them, Robin. Oh, nice.
I'm reading Annette Galley of Reunion of the Good Weather Suicide Cult. What is that about? Well, wow. Interesting.
I don't know, but it sounded cool, whatever that was.
It sounds very intriguing.
Yeah. So, Stowed Away from Barbara Ross on audio, Started Raspberry Chocolate Murder. Nice. Summer readathon. That sounds real fun. Hello, Cheryl.
Hi, Sherry. I'm so glad you have power. Sherry has lost power for like 2 days. They didn't know why in the house when it was so hot out. I feel for her. I'm so glad she's got her power back. That's insane.
Nice. Here's the other. Good. So it's number 9, Tiffany. So
excellent.
Wow, 24th. That's a lot. And then reading book Line Sinker. So that's pretty good.
Yay.
Jen McKinley.
Oh, is that the Library Lovers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's number 3.
Okay.
30 in the Meg Langslow series now. I was going to say, and I read them so long ago, I probably need to at least brush up a little bit on the last book because I think I read probably 14 or 15 and then that's all that was out. So I went on to other things and I just never went back to it because there's too many series. Craziness. Craziness. All right. So, you guys want to start sprint soon?
Yeah, we should. We could definitely do that at like a minute from now. So,
Okay, dokie.
caught up on the comments, all that, and we can start reading. That'd be good. Are you guys up for 30 minutes?
Sure.
All right.
I have to get at least 100 pages of this book done this week because we're doing like 100 pages a week. Which she told me was about around 33%, and I'm on 15. So.
Oh my gosh. Well, good luck.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will be back in 30 minutes.
All right. Happy reading, everyone.
All right, guys, how are your sprints?
Mine was good. I listened to Hummus and Homicide. Talked with my husband who just got home from work. That was about it.
Mine went pretty good. I read 5%. So.
Not bad, not bad.
Is it scary?
It's just now kind of getting to like the kind of eerie part. She's working in her uncle's museum, and all of a sudden there's like a hole in the wall, and so her and her friends start to like look, and they find out that there's like a place inside the wall. So they, because you just have to, right? And there's like a hallway and some doors and stuff, and it's supposed to be, I guess, a portal to like some creepy places or something.
Ooh.
Okay.
Just haven't got to that part yet, but they're just now kind of deciding to look. It's kind of funny because her friend said, I got it here. It says she wanted to go and investigate, and he's like, "Okay, but this is how people die in horror movies, And she's like, "You're not the teentiest bit curious. I'm incredibly curious. I also seen horror movies."
Exactly.
It made me think of you. Tiffany is like,
it's a fair point.
Yeah, I just kept on reading All the Bright Places. So far, it's decent. I think at the first start of the book, it got very too much into the death part, and now it's just a little bit like kind of chill. But I really don't want him to go into his existential crisis or whatever he's doing, and it's just a little too intense. But so far, it's a little bit lighter now, so I'm a little bit more down with it.
I missed what you guys were reading. So what were you guys reading?
I'm reading Hummus and Homicide, which is a reread for me for the 21st. And then I am also reading, which I haven't started yet, a romance book. It's number 8 in the Rocky Mountain series, but I don't remember the title.
I just started the Hummus and Homicide this morning.
Yes.
Yeah, and then, like I said, I'm reading All the Bright Places.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Jessa.
Hi, Jessa.
Good to see you. Let us know what you're reading. Okay, 12 pages left. Nice.
That's awesome, Cherry.
Ooh, 57%. Good job. 8%. Good job. Great. Southern Chocolate Shop Mystery number 3. Oh, I see. Okay. Got it. All right, great. So
awesome.
Anybody doing anything fun this weekend?
No.
Yeah. Well, we're in Florida, so we might be riding a wave at some point of weather. And Tiffany's in Florida too.
The rain, yes.
But we haven't been really doing much since COVID's kind of, all that stuff. Not to get in on that subject, just saying that kept us at home more. But tomorrow we have the Cozy Mystery Live, of course, with myself and Cozy, and Lee is going to be on too, because we're going to do the popcorn.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the popcorn.
The popcorn tasting. So that's fun.
Cool. Great.
I hope I'm not late to it, but I might be.
Oh, sure.
It's at noon. My husband will be on with us.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Because he's going to try the popcorn with us too. And Lee's husband too.
Awesome. So, Cozy, I have to finish 2 books before I start Homicide.
Oh, you're going to be pushing it.
Are you almost done with those 2 books?
I'm just teasing you. So, what do you have planned this weekend, Tiffany?
Well, there is a school I'm looking at for like film or creative writing or something, and there's like a virtual school tour, so that's happening on Sunday. Hopefully that's cool and interesting. Hopefully it's fun, that sort of thing. I don't know. It seems like there's not really a plan for if at all anything I'm gonna do. I mean, maybe I'll keep on reading this book. I don't really have a plan right now. Probably just stay at home because it's raining like crazy. Yeah, I was so mad because like last week I went to Target. That was fine. Then I had to go to Walmart, and that was when all the crazy rain was happening. Like there was some crazy lightning happening. It was very scary. But fortunately I made it back home. So all's good there. But I'm definitely not too into all this rain. It's like there's just too much.
My church are you doing anything fun in Missouri?
My church has a breakfast tomorrow, so we're gonna go eat the breakfast. That's why I said hopefully I'll get home in time for the live, because usually we go to a friend's house afterwards. So hopefully I get home in time because I want to see the popcorn.
We are just gonna split it up in 2 weeks because we're gonna do savory one week and like sweet the other.
Just you guys eat the one that you don't think you'll like.
Yeah, I think both of ours are savory. Well, I know they are. There's the puppy. Yeah, I think both the ones that we are like a little anxious about are savory.
Yeah.
So it looks like you guys will be good. Won't push it. Gotta finish those. Okay. The book is dark and sad. Turns out even fictional suicide cults aren't fun. Oh my gosh, what is this book?
It's the Good Weather Suicide Cult something or something like that. Good Weather Suicide Cult something.
Oh my.
Audio. Oh, homicide. Got it.
And then Cozy says, wish we could take some of the rain. 109 degrees. Wow.
I wish we could give you some of the rain.
We had like a tiny bit of rain last night. Like I was like, oh good, some rain for my garden. And I think it might have rained for like 10 minutes and then it quit. And then it's been threatening. We've like had thunder and stuff, but like nothing all day. And it's just dry again. It's just kind of was enough to cool it down today. Like I think the high today was only 88, which was nice from like the 95 that it was like yesterday. But
yeah.
So, reunion of the Good Weather Suicide Cult.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Interesting. I've never heard of that.
Now, Tiffany, I'm hearing some. Is that the rain, right? That's going on for you? No, maybe it's not.
I don't think so.
I guess I'm
my air conditioner.
Okay, yeah.
I was gonna say I don't think it's raining here right now.
I guess I heard something else. So it doesn't sound like a fun book. Yeah, it sounds pretty intense. Oh, right. It's
Oh yeah, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
This book that I'm reading was an e-arc from last year, and I got it, and then I read the author's other book, and I didn't like it that way. I gave it like 3 stars. So I was a little leery about starting this one because I heard it was a lot like that one. And so I kept putting it off. And then I seen that Jessica was reading it, and I mentioned, I really need to read that book. And that's why she's like, well, let's buddy read it. And I was like, that's probably the only way I'm going to push myself to read it. So
now, where are you at in Dune?
I'm halfway mark.
Lee finished it, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
She like blew through it.
She did. Lee finished it. Jessica decided to DNF it at 60%. There were some things in it she didn't like. I haven't read that spot. Like she has like this big blackout place. I haven't read what it is because I'm like, well, I'm not quite to 60% yet. So I'll wait until I get there and then see why it is that she decided to DNF it. And then Cheryl hasn't been able to read it because she didn't want to read a heavy book while she had no electricity. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do anything when I had no electricity in the heat, just to be honest with you. So,
I was like, yeah, Dune's not a heat wave kind of a book if you don't have the air conditioner with the sands and the sandworms.
Gracious. Yeah, Lee said, she said she finished it, and I was like, man, she blew through that, but she did say she wasn't going to read the rest of the series. I think she said she would just look to see what happened.
Yeah. A lot of people said it's good. Just if you just read the first one, you don't really need to read the rest of them. That's why I was curious if it left off at a good spot to where it didn't really matter if you read like the next ones in the series.
Gotcha. Sherry finished her book, she said.
Great.
Nicely done, Sherry.
She reads so fast.
Oh, incredibly fast. Incredibly fast. Oh, Blushing Book Girl said she's reading Dune in September.
Yeah.
We have a group buddy reading it right now, Blushing Book. There's about, I don't know how many of you.
There's 4 of us. Well, unless, Sophia wants to continue because you started it. She wanted to see what it was about, so she kind of read a little bit. But she'd have to quit reading the Meg Langslow ones to read it.
Yeah, which is hard to get her away from right now, it seems like. Even with the what you call it? In September, Tiffany, we're starting, instead of doing like a book club pick for Cozy Mysteries, we're doing a scavenger hunt type of thing where we're just going to say like, we're just going to pull it out of a hat. We got all sorts of themes. It could be something as simple as yellow on the cover. It could be a book that takes place in the spring, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then everybody can pick from their own TBR, and that way we're not starting so many new series. But I forgot why I was saying that. I forgot why I was bringing it up.
Because we were doing that instead of Buddy reading a series. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. It was. I don't remember why it was.
This way, like anybody can join in. They don't even have to read Cozy Mysteries. If you want to join in with us and just read a book that fits that prompt, then you can.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. So Nancy, she finished Stowaway. Good job, Nancy.
That's great, Nancy.
Okay, so buddy reading with Robin. For
Gotcha.
Dune, right? Okay.
Cool.
And then are you like series? So excited for the Scavenger hunt. So tired to start a new series. She's a binge reader now. Good job. Oh yeah, actually, I don't know how consistent you guys are on Twitter, but I posted on Twitter. Unfortunately, my webcam, it's not like I could just move it and show you guys, but I finished my 2,000-piece puzzle, which is really awesome. I'm very pleased with that. But another thing that was so nice when I was working on the puzzle is that I would be listening to audiobooks, and I'd finish an audiobook a day. So I'm almost to halfway to my reading goal. So that's really nice.
That's awesome.
There. Yeah.
That's really cool. And I did see your puzzle all put together.
What kind of puzzle was it? Like a landscape or?
I actually have the little poster thing.
It tigers.
It looks like this.
Oh, pretty.
I got all the tigers. Yes, very fun.
Cool.
How long did it take you to put it together?
Oh, like a month. It was so frustrating sometimes because with this puzzle, I've done puzzles before. This puzzle was one of the most frustrating puzzles. Besides it being the most I've ever done, it's also puzzle pieces that would seem like they worked, and it turns out they didn't. And it's why is it that some that they work, but then they don't? It's why does it fit then? It really doesn't make sense, and it was very hard and frustrating to deal with, but I'm glad that I did it now.
It looked really pretty put together.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. really liked it, even though I found this one a little confusing toward the end. I gave this one 4 stars. It's number 6. My other 5 are 5 stars. I think at least 4. Good, good. That's good.
4 is a great number.
Yeah. We'll get interesting. Okay. No specifics. And Library Lovers book was a 5. Nice.
Yeah, I felt the same, Nancy. I didn't feel confused, but I was really annoyed when I got done with the Cupcake Bakery series yesterday, number 5. I was annoyed with Mel. I was like, okay. And Cozy sent me a like review she had done of like the same book or the next book, and it said annoyed with Mel going back and forth. And she's like, so just keep reading, because I felt the exact same way. I'm like, okay. Because otherwise, I was like, I was annoyed.
I don't know. That series, I don't know. I'm going to keep going, but I've only read 2. And I'm already like the whole like love triangle relationship thing's already driving me crazy. And I'm only 2 in. So I'm like, I don't know. I mean, the one that's in the Library Lovers, I don't think it bothered me, but not like that bad. This one's already got me annoyed, so I'm a little worried. But I know she says it gets resolved, and I'm like, okay, just gonna keep going.
It better get resolved how I want it to as well.
That's the thing too, is like with love triangles. It usually it's the one I want doesn't get picked, and I get mad.
Nancy's doing
How you doing, Robin?
Oh, there's Robin.
My internet just like conked out for a hot minute there, so I'm sorry.
I was wondering what happened to you.
No, I'm so sorry.
Hey, all
Well,
good.
we are glad you made it back.
Yeah,
How
for sure.
many sprints have you guys gotten done? I don't even.
Just one. Just one.
Just one. Okay, so I didn't miss too much.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And just real fast, Nancy, I'm working on a 1,000-piece Jane Austen puzzle. Nice. I'm having the same problem, Masquerade, with the puzzle pieces fitting. Yes, it's very frustrating, but it's very nice when you get to the end. But honestly, with this puzzle, I think I'm done with puzzles, at least for a very long time. Like, I can't do it again. Like, oh, it was so stressful, so many pieces. Like, I never thought about how many pieces 2,000 were until I saw this puzzle so much.
So a question, what do you do with your puzzle when you get finished with it? Do you frame it? Do you just mess it back up and put it in the box? Or
Well, right now I just have it sitting here, but eventually I'm going to have to put it away. You know, it's like,
because I know some people do that and then they spray something over the top of it and then they
with the glue or something. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When I first met my husband, he lived had a roommate, and they lived in this townhouse, and they had was it working? A 3D puzzle that was like a huge grandfather clock. Did that clock work? And it was a working clock. Yeah, I thought it did. It's been so many years ago. It was like a big, huge, tall grandfather clock. That was a puzzle, 3D puzzle, and then you could put in the inner workings, and it really worked.
Whoa, that's cool. That's so cool.
Oh, it was Big Ben? It was Big Ben. I'm sorry. I couldn't remember. It's been so long ago now. It's been years and years and years ago. But yeah, I do remember them having that, because I was like, that's real? Yeah.
Yeah. During quarantine, Kira and I did a 2,000-piece puzzle. Good job. What kind of puzzle was it? I'm curious. And then
I missed Hannah. Hi, everybody's saying hi, so Hannah must be here. Hi,
Hannah.
I didn't see her. It's good to have you.
I don't know if anyone does this, take puzzles, glue them. But usually for me, I just, after a little while, I just put it back. But 10,000 puzzle pieces? No, I could never do that. That's crazy. I wouldn't have that.
Some people listen to audiobooks while they do the puzzles.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. It was nice. I actually finally read A Court of Thorns and Roses, like, you know, that one's like a lot of people have their I hate this book, I love this book. It's a very good book to turn off your brain as you're doing something else. So at least there's that, even though the book was kind of like, at least there was that. So I had some merit.
$800 for a puzzle?
24.
What? What was it of? My goodness.
Was it infused with gold?
Yeah. It better been.
Yeah, that's just crazy. That's crazy. Thanks. And Robin, what were you reading again?
I'm reading the 4th book in the Ugly series called Extras. Yeah.
Right. And how's that series going? Like, do you like it?
I absolutely love the 1st book. The 2nd book has been my least favorite so far. The 3rd book kind of brought it back again, and I am cautious about this 4th book. Because originally it's a trilogy, and this 4th book is just like something added on afterwards. So I'm like, are they gonna ruin it because of that? So
yeah. That's a fair enough point, though, where it's like, okay, it's over, and then it's like, no, give me more money for another thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm worried about that. It's just like, oh, hey, this idea is bringing in more money. Let's write another book about it. So,
yeah.
We'll see. I'm only like 50 pages in, so it's still really the beginning of the book.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
It would be a lifetime puzzle.
Yeah, that's my goodness. I can't imagine doing that. I used one for $500. Oh no!
I don't even know where I would put a puzzle that big to even work on it.
Yeah, I mean, I should just put it on the ground somewhere that you have enough space for. But oh my, no! But honestly, what you're saying, it really would be like, where would you put it?
Yeah.
Red Ugly is very interesting concept. Nice. Would you recommend the 1st book, Robin?
I actually would. I think, like, the thing that really surprised me about it is it came out in 2005, and I have this thing where whenever I read a book from the 2000s, before the 2010s, it is, like, the most outdated thing I ever read. Like, and I read books from, like, the 80s and before, too, for, like, older science fiction. So this is, like, the first time I read a book from that time period that actually still holds up today and is also weirdly relevant today, too, because it kind of came out just before, like, social media became so much a part of our life, and it really predicted a lot that is very common now, even if it's not the exact future we're living in that book, but a lot of it is just like, wow, I can't believe this was written then and not based off of what we're going through now. So I absolutely would.
Sure. Okay, so the channel is carrying puzzles. She gets a lot of views, so puzzles pay for themselves. Still, that's a lot. A clear jigsaw puzzle? Wow. How do you do what? Oh my. I mean, it sounds interesting, but also that'd be hard.
What would be the fun in doing a clear puzzle?
The challenge, I guess?
A picture at the end. So
yeah, me too, Robin. I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, that's the reason I got the puzzle that I did. I want to see the picture. It's not just put the piece together. But yes, so apparently it had to be a studio. Couldn't put the whole thing together in her house. Yeah. 5 feet tall and 14 feet wide. Whoa. That's crazy. Nice.
Jessa, yes, listen to Hummus and Homicide. Do it. Come on, Kairu. Come on, buddy.
The other books aren't on audio, though.
I'm assuming they will be eventually. It was like this one. This one wasn't on audio for a long time, but
Well, by the
so I'm
time we
assuming
get
they'll
to
come.
them, they probably won't be on audio though.
Come on, Cairo. Come on, bud.
So, do you guys have any plans for what you're going to read after you finish the book you're currently reading?
I like weirdly have my next few reads planned out, which is so strange for me because I am such a mood reader. But after I finish this one, I want to read Iron Hearts by Nina Varela, which is the second and final book in the Crier's War series. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to finish 2 series this month, hopefully.
Nice.
And then next month I'm going to read Dune, which I think I saw earlier in the chat, Bailey of That Blushing Book Girl. We're going to buddy read that together for Sci-Fi September. And then probably I'm going to read, I think it's An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. I don't know if I got the title wrong because another booktubers was like, we should buddy read it. And I'm like, I can't say no to a buddy read. So yeah, that's my next 3 books I have planned out, which is so unusual. I never have that going for me.
I'm already in the middle of a whole bunch of books. So after I get done with this one, I'll just go back to those. But like I'm reading Dune and I'm halfway through that. And then I'm trying to read this other book with another Discord group, and it's called The Wheel of Fortune by Susan Howatch. And it's like a massive book. And so I know I'm not going to get it finished this month because I'm only like 95 pages in and it still says 5%.
Oh
like,
my
I'm not getting
gosh.
anywhere. It's a
Wow.
really big book. And so, yeah.
See, that's the thing. I don't like looking at it when it's like that because like when I feel like I've read and like really got a lot done, and then it's like you're 2%. I'm like, oh. But
I went to the library and I got the copy of Dune from the library so I can at least feel accomplished by looking at it.
That's a gorgeous copy too. What do you think of it so far, Storm? I've heard one person really liked it, one person didn't, so I'm like,
I think I'm kind of in the middle. I think it's okay. I don't read science fiction, and so I'm a little confused. I know basics of what's going on, but at the same point, I'm still a little confused.
yeah, that was one of the reasons I put off reading it for so long, is that I was worried it was going to be like too crunchy and just like all of this hard science fiction. And like, even though I'm a big sci-fi reader, I don't like books that are just like wall of text of like.
I don't think it's that bad that way. It's really easy to read actually, but I'm also listening to the audiobook, and the audiobook's like a dramatization of it, and so that's kind of fun.
Oh, that sounds so cool.
And so I just kind of follow along that way, because I would never be able to pronounce like the people, like their names and the places. So at least I can hear it, and I'm like, oh, that's how that's supposed to be said.
It's funny, whenever I'm reading like a hard sci-fi like that and the character has like a long name with a lot of letters, I'll usually just like read them as the first letter of their name. It'll be like, okay, this character's R now. Like,
I do that
R
too,
and blah, blah, blah. Like, I just like filter out the rest of the name.
I'm the exact same way.
Holy smokes, 400 pages of index at the end. Oh my gosh. I know that's a big book too. So is it only like 400 words long of story and then the rest is just all index?
I don't know. I think it depends on like the copy you have, because like it didn't seem like the index was all that big, but like glossary, a few appendix. She said it was also a lot easier to like look at that and kind of be okay. So like the appendix on here starts at 627. So then like 626 of it is book.
They said around 600 pages starting her version, but the whole book was over 1,000 pages.
Because
Oh
the
my
ebook that I
gosh.
have says it's 833 pages. This one is
Yeah.
600 and some pages, so it just depends.
All right. Yeah, I don't have the book yet. I'm gonna get it at the library, so which I know they have it because I see it there every single time I go. If it's
Yeah, I
like
think
checked out, I'll have to like
because of the
rage.
movie coming out that it's kind of gotten popular again. I had to put that book
Probably.
on hold.
Oh, really? Oh,
Somebody had
shoot.
it ahead, yeah, and I was like, oh man.
Oh man, now I'm nervous.
Are you guys planning on seeing the movie after you read the book?
I haven't seen the original movie, and I'm not so interested in the new movie either. I'm not much of a movie person in general, but like, I guess it depends on how much I like the book. You know, if it's something like, wow, I loved reading this, I'll probably go see the movie. If it was like, probably
I
won't.
would like to see the movie. I think after I've read it, so that maybe it helps me, put it back in my head. It's like, oh, I kind of know what's going on. Okay. Although I don't think the guy that plays Paul Atreides, he looks older than he's supposed to be in the book. But I don't know.
Who's the actor?
Some guy I don't know.
Oh, that's okay. I can't think
He's
of
not
who
like,
it is.
yeah, it's like a name that I'm not familiar with.
Gotcha.
I know nothing about it, so.
Yeah, me too.
It's like probably one of the largest like sci-fi books in like the sci-fi fandom. So it's kind of like something
it's
like
funny because I asked Scott from the Bookish Bryant's, like, what's a good book for somebody who doesn't read sci-fi to start out with? And besides Ender's Game, he said Dune. And I was like, really? This giant book is a good one to start out with?
I haven't read
what's a good one to start out with that's like, 300 pages?
Yeah.
And now, just real fast, would you guys want to do another sprint at 7:15?
Yeah, that works for me.
Cool.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Timothy Chalamet?
Chalamet, I think.
No, Salmon, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't seem like a good book.
I
Yeah, no,
And
that's what I think, Ro. It doesn't seem like a very good beginner book, but that's what everybody's telling me. Read Dune. So, okay.
Yeah, I left it to you guys when Mike was like, you guys should read. And everyone's like, well, what are you doing? I was like, I ain't reading. I know me. I wouldn't have enjoyed any. I just knew, there's just some things that you're not into, and I knew that I wouldn't.
Okay, see, there you go. The actor is 25 years old, but Paul in the book is 15. So yeah, I was going to say he looked a lot older than the person.
Well, that's what's still such an unfortunate thing with Hollywood, that they age up actors. It's like, why would you take something that has a character that's a teenager and make them older? Like, I get the child labor laws and that sort of thing, but what's the point? Like, what's your gain there? Whatever. Like, there are fans of certain things. Like, why do you change the age?
I don't know. I'm looking at this kid. I just looked him up, and I think he could pass as a 15-year-old. Look at that kid. He looks like he's 16.
No, I mean,
I don't know. When
young.
I saw the picture that I had on my ebook, he didn't look that. It didn't. So I don't know.
I don't know anything about him. I just looked him up. To me, he looks like a teenager. Maybe because I'm 40, but this looks like a child to me. Like,
yeah.
Now, some of the other pictures, he looks older. Okay, I'm looking at some.
But it's like, with Spider-Man, whenever Tobey Maguire did Spider-Man, Spider-Man's supposed to be a young, teenager, but Tobey Maguire really never looked like a young teenager. But the one they got now, he actually, kind of acts like the teenager. He is young. He kind of fit in better, I think. So.
Mhm.
I will be curious
thought
to
he was
watch the
younger, too.
movie so that I can be like, that wasn't in the book. That wasn't in the book.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Both the same way.
Yeah, absolutely. So Jessa, we're talking about Dune. We're talking about what it could be for Dune. Oh, Kurt's really? He's only 1 year older than me. Sure. Okay. Well, anyway, it's gotten to 7:15. If you guys are good with 30 minutes.
Sounds good. I'm going
Yeah.
to run and grab something real quick, and then I'll be right back.
Okay.
Happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
All right, everyone. How are your springs?
Mine was good. I am right about halfway in Hummus and Homicide. Little under half.
Very nice.
Still as good as you remember?
Yes.
I got 4% read. I got distracted by texting with one of my friends.
For sure.
It happens.
Yeah. I got to page 40 of my book. I was mistaken. It got light for a second, and then he went back to the darkness. I really don't want to hear about all these types of ways you can die. It's like, that's not really what I'm looking for. Don't really want to hear about the dark stuff. Robin, what about you?
I got no reading done. I
No
ended up
problem.
like eating instead. So
Hey, no problem, no problem.
yeah, do you think you're gonna DNF your book though? It sounds like it's.
Oh no, my whole thing. I mean, there was that one book I read earlier this year, The Fandom, that I have stopped reading. I'll probably keep on reading it at one point. This book, it's just like, hey, let me just get it over with. You know, like I've already seen the movie. I know what happens to a character, but it's just like there's some of it's a little bit too much, but I know, at least I think it gets a little lighter in some aspects. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm just going to get through it, and then I can forget about it. I don't have to have it on my TBR. I could just be like, boom, it's done, whatever. But right now, it's just a little too dark.
You get it done, then you can unhaul, right?
I don't know. I mean, now I really regret it because it was unfortunately, I got to, you know, when booktubers are like trying to promote book of the month. Well, I got it from there, and now I'm like, why did I get this book? No, I shouldn't have done it. Oh well.
I feel like I can't do any of those book box subscriptions because like I feel like I wouldn't like majority of the reads, you know, and especially for like the ones that like have items related to the books. Like what happens if you really hate the book and then you're stuck with like this fandom merch too? Like I can't commit to that.
No, but I totally understand what you mean, because that's why, like, if you get like Owl Crate or Fade Crate or any of those, it's like at least one of those, it's like a mystery. You just know a theme. You don't even know the book you're gonna get. It's like, there's no way I would do that. I'd have to know what book I'm getting. That's what is good about Book of the Month. But the fact that they're like, oh, this is great. You pay $14.99 instead of $19.99 for this book. But it's like, there's nothing special about it. It just says Book of the Month from what month it is. Like, that's the dumbest special for anything I've ever seen.
That's funny. I didn't realize that's what it was. I mean, it's nice to get a discount, but yeah, it's like at least like I can't remember which box it is. They do like the special covers and like I think you get like the book signed and like
yeah, those ones. I mean, those are cool, but it's like you said, all that stupid merch. Like that's it. Like you get it bigger, and it says Book of the Month. That's it. Like who's like, man, this is the best thing I've ever gotten. Thanks, guys. Like really.
Right.
I think getting a book box is like a gamble. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gambling with your like $40. Are you gonna like what's in it, or are you not gonna like what's in it?
I'd rather like spend my money on like a book I know what the title is, you know? Like I'd rather just like go to the store and buy a book.
Yeah.
They do have some of those special offer book deals, like where you already know that you like the book, and they're just doing all this like big, like I think like I don't know, is it Sarah J. Maas? I think like they do like a huge like boxes of those where they do different covers and special covers. I mean, if you like Sarah J. Maas and you like the books that are going to be in it, then you're going to know that you're going to want that. Those I could see buying, but the ones that you have no idea what the book is going to be, those are a big gamble.
Yeah.
I agree.
I see a couple of our favorite robots are back in the chat.
Yes, they are. Hello, Bot A Spot and Karen Bot. Don't try to block them. You'll end up. Oh, Stephanie's not here. Okay, good. I was trying to get the bots out, but really we had a person who wasn't a bot that was saying really sexually inappropriate things.
No.
And in the last chat. And I was trying to block him, and so I was trying to do it quickly because he was putting up some
like a whole bunch, like
right in a row of really, inappropriate comments, and I accidentally blocked somebody that was in the chat with us, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I felt so bad." We got her back. We got her back, but
that's good. But
she wasn't even behaving badly.
I know. Ooh, Sherry's listening to Assault and Beret. That's the hat series, right?
Went from one Jen McKinley to the next.
Yeah. She's already 15% into that book.
I don't doubt it.
Jeez.
I wish I could read that fast. With all the books that I have, I need to read that fast.
Yeah.
Did you see all the books she got in her book haul today from the library?
I haven't seen it. I got home from the Discord and had to eat supper before we started this, so it was like a short time frame.
All that spending time at the library when the lights were out. She'd come back home with a bunch.
Hi, Bev. It's good to see you.
And Blushing Book Girl, she's back. Hello.
Hey, welcome back. I am also back.
She has returned.
Cozy, you're listening to an audio book? You haven't in a while. I'm surprised.
I'm looking at Book of the Month now. I'm like, I need to see what this is about.
I mean, honestly, like, it's definitely not worth it. That's why I'm still mad. Like, I feel like I got scammed. I've been doing all the promos. I'm like, this is cheap. And like, I felt pressured. I'm like, oh, well, they have like 5 or so books available. Okay, I'll do that. And it's like, no, don't do it. So, I wouldn't recommend it personally, but hey, Robin, if you want
I do like that you can pick the books that you want, but
sure, but still,
opposed to getting a box and you don't know what's going to be in it. But yeah.
There's definitely some appeal in that, but I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't see too much sci-fi. And like
I
the
think
one
a
I
lot
did
of the
see was
stuff
like
that they have on there is like general fiction a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of
think
seeing.
The
so
Arsenic
it's
and the
like,
Nova was like their first kind of cozy mystery that they ever had. They usually do thrillers and like general fiction, kind of like woman's fiction or things like that. I think it looks like anyway. It never looks like anything I want.
Yeah, so yeah, it doesn't seem to be the right fit.
Yeah. 1.85 speed. Pretty good. Yeah, lately my speed for the audiobooks is 1.5 because 1.75, yes, I can listen to it, but it's just fast enough that I'm not paying too much attention. Like once I finish it, it's like, I know what it's about, but like I couldn't tell you anything specific. So 1.5, it's like, okay, I'll just stick with that. But I
listened to Dune at 1.5. I was listening to it at 1.75, but it was going just a little too fast for me to understand and get the names and stuff because of the different science fiction type names. So
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Like my one problem with 1.5 speed is when it's, they do a period and so they wait for a second. They wait so long with 1.5 speed. I'm like, okay, what are you saying next? Like half the time I'm ready for it to be, it's a next chapter. And no, it's not. It's just, they're going that slow. I'm like, that's the one thing.
The pause is like, is it paused or is my thing messed up? I have to look at it. Is it am I messed up? Did it stop?
I think I usually at this point listen to around 1.85.
1.85. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's generally some books I listen to a little faster and some books I listen to a little slower just based upon all sorts of things, accents or I mean that's mainly the big thing, but there are a couple other things.
I do 1.75 to 2x usually as my speed, but like I said, I had to slow this one down just a little bit. But it doesn't really feel too slow because it's the dramatization, I think, so it kind of makes it a little bit better, I think, than just a regular narrator.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you're relating to this at all, Tiffany.
She thinks you look tired. Are you tired?
Cozy Rose, like, about to tuck you in, like, like, go to bed.
Yes.
You been up early this morning?
Yeah, like I mean normal time. But I think it was because I was sick that those couple days that like it just, I feel I mean a ton better. But yeah. I think it's just that. So
I was wondering if maybe if you guys were getting storms or something, if it maybe kept you up.
no, I can sleep through anything. My husband can't, but I can. He'll be like, the dog got me up in the middle of the night. I'm like, you got up, got out of bed, got on regular clothes to take the dog outside, unlocked the door, went out, went back in, got back into bed, got the dog back in the bed. I never even knew until the next morning.
Wow.
He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, yeah. I mean, no idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's a blessing.
That's smart, Sophia. She keeps an ebook copy of her book to open so that if she's not picking up on something, she can kind of refer to her book and reread something.
That is smart.
So, how much longer do you guys want to go for? Like, maybe we could do like one last sprint at like 8. Go till 8:30. Maybe talk for a sec and then be done if you're up for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Anna can get a sprint in. She said she just got home so she could do a sprint. So
Yay.
Great.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be out of it. I'm just, yeah.
You're just not your bubbly self.
Just recovering. But I'll be able to I'm probably going to go to bed when we're done. And then I probably am. And then I'll be good to go for tomorrow so that I'm not tired.
When we're done, that's about your bedtime anyway, right?
I mean, if we're done at like 8:30, I mean, I'll probably go ahead and still lay down and put something on. I just put on the TV those 2 free TV services that y'all were talking about earlier. What was it? Pluto, I think is one of them, and something else. So I was looking through to see what those had. Those had like a lot of really old shows that I liked, like Patty Duke and
with like
Dobie
Pluto,
Gillis.
I don't know like how I didn't look at their demand like TV, but I do know that a lot of it's live TV, and like I said, like I can't start a new show and live it, without knowing what's going on. So I want to get season 1, and a lot of times it just has like on the live TV, it just has an episode, and it's like right in the middle of like maybe 2 or 3 seasons in and stuff. But they do have a few mystery channels, like British mystery channels and British channels. And they have
Which one's that?
Pluto. Pluto has a Midsummer Murder channel, so it just plays that all day long. And like that one, I can just jump in anywhere because I've seen it so many times that it doesn't really bother me. But if it's something new that I've never seen, I don't want to jump in the middle of like season 3.
I don't really start new shows hardly ever anymore, but like I said, one of them had like really old shows like that I don't see a lot of places. Like I said, like the Patty Duke show, and then like the Flying Nun, and the love of Dobie Gillis, and
Yeah, Pluto has a classic section, so it has a lot of different classic TV. I love the Love Boat channel and stuff
I
like
love
that.
the Love Boat.
Yeah, and it's free, so that one's not so bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Hulu had only 2 seasons of Coronation Street, 61 and 62. That's all I saw on there whenever I got on Hulu. Because my friend has it and she lets me like use her stuff and get on there and watch it. So,
I might check it out. But it's like season 61 or something, because I
yeah,
saw
it
it
was
too.
like
And I'm
61
like,
and 62. So, yeah.
and then if you look at it, it's only episode 128 because like UK seasons are so short.
Yeah.
So it's like only episode 128 of the entire show, but it's considered season 61. That's funny. All right, guys. Well, happy reading.
All right. We'll see you at 8:30 or whatever time 30 for you.
All right.
Okay.
right, guys, how are your last sprints?
Mine was good. I am 56% into Hummus and Homicide. I got a little distracted by Shark Tank.
You got invested.
So yeah, I'm a little over halfway done with it. I just started it earlier today at work, so that's pretty good.
Oh wow.
And I finished Arsenic and Adobo today.
Nice.
Does it usually take you just like one day to finish a book, or how often do you usually finish a book?
Well, and so these were both audio, so that makes a huge difference. And it depends, like, because on Fridays I don't do any counseling. We don't do sessions. We don't see clients or anything. So it's all paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can, put in my earbud and listen at work. So that tends to be, something I can I can get more done. So it just kind of depends on the day. And if, but like I've also started doing some KU because I'm trying to get my eyes readjusted to doing like regular reading, but they're okay. But it's going very, very slow. And I canceled my specialist appointment months ago and I forgot to reschedule that. I need to probably but it's been going okay. It's just very slow. So it just kind of depends.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Mine went just okay.
Just made a little bit of progress.
Yeah.
Are you like bored by the book, or is it like kind of keeping you engaged?
I'm like kind of engaged, but like it follows a different character than the first 3 books, and she doesn't seem different enough. It's kind of my beef.
Yeah.
So
that's not good.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm so early in the book. I'm usually around like 100 pages is where I can tell if I'm really gonna like it or not. So yeah.
I know we had those books, the ones that you're talking about, the Uglies series, at my last job at residential, but for adolescents, and they loved them. They absolutely loved those books.
I remember them being like really popular when I was in elementary school.
Yeah,
which is like a weird age to think of because it is about teenagers.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. I don't know if I would have liked it if I read it at that age. Back then, I thought it was like something like Gossip Girl or something. I never read back covers, so all I like could gauge the story on was the title and what the covers looked like. So to me, it looked like, okay, this looks like some sort of like Gossip Girl stuff, not a sci-fi. So
yeah.
So yeah, I just like completely missed out on it then, but I remember them being popular.
Yeah, they really, and they were 12 to 18, so it was kind of like their sweet spot. They loved those.
Yeah,
and they really liked those and the Ellen Hopkins ones. They were constantly all over.
Hopkins, I don't know.
She wrote like the Crank series, and she also wrote so the Crank series, and then she wrote the sex trafficking series. I can't think of what it's called. And then she wrote another series that was had Impulse and Reckless. I can't think of what that series name is, but they were very into those, and we had to read them before we could give them to the kids, and they're very YA, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I feel that.
Well, I was about to say one thing. Unrelated to Uglies, but I am glad with these sprints, like, I don't remember what page I was on when I started, but at least now 45 pages into the book.
Yeah, that's really good. That's like
it's good. It's just a little like, I just want to make sure like this book doesn't mess me up or anything. I don't want to get all.
Are you in a reading slump right now, Tiffany?
Oh no. you didn't hear earlier, but when I was working on my puzzle, I was like listening to an audiobook a day. So like
Gosh,
I was
oh
kind of
my gosh.
yeah, like I was really getting into books. Like not every single day I was doing an audiobook, but like last week, like I got like 5, 6, or 7 done. So
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
yeah, thanks. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
That's incredible.
yeah, that's what I really like about audiobooks. So I'm sure this one will take a little longer since it's physical, but so far so good. I mean, I only started it today and already till 45. For me, I'm such a detailed reader that it takes me forever to finish a book. So
Yeah.
hopefully I'll just keep going, you know.
I'm the same way. I take a long time with books. So.
Storm.
You're muted, Storm.
I got to 28% of my book, so
Nice.
Oh, you're so
Good
close
job.
to 33%.
yeah. I'll get my
That's
100 pages in at least.
Yeah, that's great.
Since I waited till like the end of the week to do it. So
Awesome.
It happens. I feel like that's why I can't do a book club because like I read so much at my own pace. I don't think I could do that. Like you gotta read like this many pages in this many days, and I don't think that would work for me.
Yeah.
I'd have
I
to
like
have it be
those.
really loose.
buddy reads that are pretty loose, and then I know there's some buddy reads that like you have to read so much. Like this one's like 100 pages a week because we're trying to get it done before the end of August. But like when me and my friend buddy read books, we always read them at different times. We just have a set day that we know we have to have it finished because we both post on the same day on our blogs.
hmm
And so we'll be like, so we have to have it done by this day, but we don't do like, we read so much. And then we just do our reviews, and then you can go and see if we like the book or if we had different opinions or whatever.
Oh, nice.
I think I like that way of doing it better.
We call our post two bloggers, one book, or two bloggers and one series if we're doing like a series read or something. And
Nice.
That's awesome. I've read some of the reviews. Well, you sent the one, and I think it's fun that you guys do it that way. I think that's a lot of fun. Shot crust buns.
That's pretty good.
Oh boy.
Good night.
Oh, have a good night. I missed you.
Is she still here? Yeah.
Is she still here?
I'm thinking it's
She's
been a
probably-
while, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not by now. But 15% to 26, good job. Great.
And she just started that book, like finished and started it.
Wow. Nice job, guys. You guys are making such progress.
The Good Sister. I don't know what that is either. Yes, Ellen Hopkins. What is the series with Impulse and all that? What is that series called? Help me out here.
Glenn
Blushing
Hopkins
Book
the
Girl.
one that does like verse books?
Yes.
In verse, yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
She writes all in verse.
I don't like those,
Oh.
but they were
I
very.
didn't think I would, Storm. I didn't think I would, but I really did. Because it's not like verse, like it's not. It makes it very quick to read. Like you can read them really fast, no matter they're like thick books, and you would think that they would take forever, and they're like a really fast read because of the verse. And so I think it's different than what I had in my mind when I thought, oh gosh, she wrote an all verse. I enjoyed it.
I read a middle grade in verse at the beginning of this year called Alone, and yeah, it was like 400 pages, but it was like super quick. But I just didn't like the style.
Yeah. Ooh, Jessa. She listened to Hummus and Homicide.
So Ellen Hopkins had a series called Impulse.
Oh, so their series was called Impulse. Okay. Yeah. It was like a psych hospital and I don't remember what all happened, but
It looks like it
so
only had 2 books in the series. Looks like a duology kind of.
it might. And the sex trafficking series, I think, only had 2 books. So they're like heavy topics. Like we actually use them as groups. For the girls after a while, we would we would use them for like some, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're heavy.
My cousin used to really like to read those. She didn't really do a lot of reading, but she really liked to read those books. She was probably about 14 or 15 when she was reading those.
Jessa, real quick, I saw your comment. Prioritize the series read along and not the book club every month, which is perfect. But I just wanted to tell you, in case you didn't know, that starting in September, so we're finishing out Arsenic and Adobo on the 28th. We're not going to do a regular book club pick every month. And you might already know this. And if you do, I'm sorry. We're going to do a scavenger hunt club. So basically, we're going to pull a theme out of a hat. It can be, so you wouldn't have to read a cozy mystery. You can read any genre you want. It might be yellow on the cover. It might be a book about spring. It might be a book that takes place in a hotel. Whatever gets pulled. You can read from your own TBR instead of doing a book club where everybody's reading the same book and everybody's starting a brand new series. And that way we're not starting 12 different series in a year. That's a lot of new series to start.
It's harder with cozy mysteries than it is with regular book clubs that just read standalones a lot of times.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do starting in September. And you might already know that, but if you didn't, there you go.
Looking out my window and there's a little deer eating some on the tree.
Oh, cool. Cute. I have never heard of that one, but I've been away from the facility that deals with adolescents for 3 years now, and so I have no idea what's come out because now the kids are 6 to 11 that I work with. Oh, they're a whole different breed.
Do you like working with younger kids versus the older kids?
You know, there's pros and cons of each. You know, there's pros and cons of each. Yeah, the little kids, I don't know, like especially the 6-year-olds, it's hard to believe they're cognitively developed enough to be doing cognitive behavioral therapy. Like, are you really, but like the 8 to 11, I really enjoy. And the adolescents I really enjoyed in some ways. And then other times, nobody's more mean than a 15-year-old girl when she is sick and you've taken her drugs away. Nobody on the face. There's nobody. I believe that wholeheartedly. The people on here, they're like, you never seem nervous. I was like, I did groups with 15-year-old girls every day for like 15 years. And they were always mad because they were court ordered to be in my facility. It's not like they were there for fun. Like, they were there or they went to jail. So they were always mad. So now it's like I have the skin of a rhinoceros.
You've got tough skin. Yeah,
nothing phases me. Yeah. But they're a lot of fun in their own way too.
We've in a children's church that I go. I help like every other Sunday in the children's church. I'm not a kid person. But yeah, we've had quite a few come through there that their home life is like horribly bad, and it's really sad. It's just you can tell, and I hate it. I try to be nice, but I'm not a kid person. It's like I know that they're having problems, but I want to smack them.
They say the funniest things sometimes, though. Like they just, do. It really is true. Kids say the darndest things. I told you the kid like 2 weeks ago told me I look like Yoshi. And I go, isn't that a dinosaur? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, isn't he green? Yeah. And I'm like, thank you.
What do they think of your haircut?
What's that?
What do they think of your haircut? Has anybody said anything funny about your hair?
one of the kids asked me if I only let them cut one side or something like that. It was like, he was like, well, first he said, where's all your hair? But then he was like, did they stop? And I go, did they stop? He's like, like, did they quit? And I'm like, huh? He's like, well, did they only do half? I don't think he said half, but he said, did they only, or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no.
Like, they ran out of battery power on one side.
Yeah, they're funny. They're funny. But even them, sometimes they say things and I'm like, how do you know those words? So, anyways. So, Tiffany, you have some stuff coming up on your channel. Robin, what do you have coming up on your channel?
I just posted my sci-fi September video, and that was like the big one for me for a while. So, yeah, look out for that.
Awesome.
I'm probably posting my July wrap-up video after I get off of here. I have to upload it. I haven't.
Nice.
Awesome.
I don't
have any
behind
idea
since
what...
it's the 13th, and I'm just now getting my July wrap-up.
That's okay. I know I'm going to be doing a spotlight on Sunday, and I don't know, probably tag and something
I'm doing
else.
the rapid fire tag next week. I haven't done. I just haven't edited.
But my big thing on my channel is I have that giveaway coming up on the 28th because my channel hit 600 people, which is insane.
Woo!
But so I was like, okay, I'll do a giveaway. It's like for that, and like my birthday's next week or the week after, I don't know. And then my husband's is 4 days after mine. So I was like, we'll just do a big giveaway. So I'm doing 3 gift cards. So that's the 28th. And so if you haven't subscribed and entered into the giveaway, you should do so. The giveaway video is only 2 minutes long, and basically all you do is like the video, subscribe, and send me an emoji, and you're in. So if you haven't entered, you should do that. And I'm going to draw them live on the 28th after book club.
Nice.
Yes. So, well, I think I'm about ready to hit the hay.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, absolutely. Well, it was good to see you guys. It was good to do some reading.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. And now, Robin, our writing sprints, I meant, are those happening next week?
Oh, let me think. I want to say it's not this upcoming week, but the next week.
One.
So I believe it is the 24th.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I guess next time I see you guys might be for a reading sprint. We'll see what happens. So, but it was good to see you guys. And thanks to everyone who joined in. It was good to see you guys do what you were reading and chat. So.
Yes. Tiffany, it was so good to see you. It'd been such a long time.
I know.
And Robin.
Who cares about me? Like Tiffany's been gone
I didn't mean that. I've seen Robin sooner than I've seen Tiffany. That's all I meant.
Exactly how I interpreted that. I'm just like,
just give you a hard time.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I need to go to bed. No, just kidding. All right, guys.
Well, it's good seeing you.
See you later.
Have a great night, everyone.
Bye.